Welcome to the Sunset Archon channel, where we aspire to gain from night to first light. And this is the almighty Arataki Great and Glorious Drumalong Festival Canorus Celebration! In commemoration of me finally completing all 7 songs with a rank of Canorus on all 3 difficulties. And we'll be starting this will be a short stream, but we'll be starting it off with a 10 pull, obviously. I had just finished Termination of Desires on Pro Mode this morning, and I was so relieved that I would not have to play through the night just to finally get that one done. It was a long road. I had to take a break over the course of the week, but I managed to get them all done. Let's get into our first 10 pull, and we'll only have to use 320 Primogems this time around because I already have 8 fates. So, 3, 2, 1. And it's Rust. Rust is a good bow, but I have far too many. And we got Cookie Shinobu again! We are up to C2 now. We just need 4 more. 4 more of her constellation, then we'll have C6. Shinobu. Hello, welcome to the stream. We're starting off this short stream with a few 10 pulls, and we already have C2, Koki Shinobu. Our next one will be in 3, 2, 1. C3. C4! Jong-yoon! And just like that, we are up to C4, Koki Shinobu. We only need 2 more. Just 2 more. Today has just been a roller coaster of both craziness and luck. What with the 2.8 live stream, that was something. And being able to finish the Drumalong Festival. Alright, let's see what else we can get. Will we get 2 more Koki Shinobu? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. Come on, come on. Yes, I already have Ito. I don't think I've built him yet, but I'm not really worried about getting him again. If I get him again, that's good too, but I'm aiming for Kazuha next time. And if I don't get him in this 50-50, that is perfect, because then I'm guaranteed Kazuha in the next banner. And it's even better if I end up getting Kuching. And it's Chongyun. That's not bad. Alrighty. Just gonna convert my star glitter. We got enough for 1 more 10 pull. Not quite though. So, where can I? Ah, right. I do have a rainy day fund for just 20 Primogems. That's what I use my achievements for. On a side note, I may have been able to avoid lightning during the Drumalong festival, but it appears it has found me here. So let's move on before my power goes out. We're final 10 pull in 3, 2, 1. And there's the gold light. What do we got? Come on, come on, come on. Goro. Jean, alright. And with that, we now have C5 Jean. One away from the Lion's Fang, fair protector of Mondstadt. It's not Kushing, but at the very least, it's not Ito, so that means we are guaranteed for Kazuha in the next banner. But I am still going to pull probably 2 more times next week, so I can get C6 Kuki Shinobu. Alright. So now we're just going to head over here for a bit, because I want to actually get documented proof that I have completed everything with Canorus. Whoa! I didn't know crabs could jump like that. Alright.
Oh. I want to see the performance again. Oh, I know. The Tenryo Commission. This is a pretty G. Bring it on, travel.
So, first we have the Blossoms of Summer Night. The first one that I actually got Canorus on was pro mode of Rage Beneath the Mountains, but Blossoms of Summer Night was a lot more difficult, especially the last sequence of beats. And we have all 3 in Canorus. Next is Ito's Time to Shine. This one was a bit calmer, but it still took me a few tries to get it on Pro. Well, not calmer, but calmer than this. And then there is Kazuha's Drifter's Destiny. This was probably... this was difficult in its own way. Because while the beats were slower, it was more combination beats than I was used to at the time. And then there's this one, Devotion of the Keeper. This was especially difficult at Pro because my reaction time at this point was faster than the beats, technically. so I actually had to increase the beat speed from 1x to 1.5, just so the beats could keep up with what I'm doing. I ended up doing that early in the morning after giving up on it late night. So, up to this point we've gone through 4 songs. The next one is Let's Go Crimson Knight. Now when I first played this in one of my other streams, I did get thrown off by all of the extra beats. Same with the next 2. But actually playing through it a few times, you actually start to notice the pattern. With a keyboard or touchscreen, it's kind of hard to realize it, but with a controller like the PS5 controller, where you're basically just pressing the buttons with your thumbs rather than divvying out all of your attention across several fingers, you can realize what the pattern is as you press the buttons, moving the joints with just your thumbs. And that's how I looked at it when I was doing all of these beat maps. And then there is Rage Beneath the Mountains. This is the song where you can actually really get into the challenge. To the point where, as you're playing, you don't even care if it starts raining and lightning strikes down right next to you. You don't care. You're too immersed in the beats. I can't tell you how many times that has happened to me as I was trying for Canorus. We have all those. And then the final one that I did, Termination of Desires. Normal and hard were the easy ones to get Canorus on. The hardest pro took me 44 tries from yesterday up to this morning to complete. I'm just glad I was able to complete because I was able to enjoy my day completely now that I actually finished it. And that is everything. That is everything. All 7 songs of the Almighty Arataki Great and Glorious Drumalong Festival, with all difficulties, with a rank of Canorus, in all of its glory. This has definitely been a wild ride, that's for sure. I probably wouldn't have done all of that if they had kept the original rhythm style from the... Oh, I don't even remember what it's called. From the Windsong Lyre and the Floral Zither. If they had kept that... If they had kept that mess of a button map, I probably wouldn't have been able to complete all of those beat maps. I could barely get Descantus with those before.
Illusion shattered.
But yeah. Now that this is done in its entirety, I can actually enjoy my weekend without feeling the pressure. I can even work on the core of the apparatus. I haven't even started that yet. Alright. I can do that. I can also do Shinobu's trial. Haven't had a chance to use her just yet.
Dodge this! Oh, so sorry.
Out of my way!
Oh wow!
Get with me!
And just like that, she is already ready to use another burst once her cooldown is done.
Try not to enjoy this. Lightning terrified!
Okay. That was actually better than I expected. It might actually be worth building her as opposed to just using her to increase my Sensetia count.
There is no escape!
Ah yes, speaking of which, how many do I have right now? I currently have 9,475 Sensetia. 524 to go until we reach 9,999. If I actually turned this into a Road to Sensetia stream, I could probably get it done today and Monday. Unfortunately, the rate that I collect Sensetia and the rate at which I collect Lavender Melon, there is a huge disparity. Mostly because I don't know where all the Lavender Melon trees are.
Shine down!
Let's see. But it's still good for Quihua wood. Currently have 5,487 units of Quihua wood. But only 1,275 lavender melons. I do have a good number of apples. More than you'd actually expect someone to have.
Illusion shattered!
Alright, good job. So, how are you doing today? I forgot to say, thank you for stopping in on the stream and leaving a like.
This job's so much easier now that I don't have to check it.
Alright, I think we can start this. I now have everything ready. I'll sell each toy for thousands of more. Then, with tens of thousands of them sold, I can easily earn tens of millions. Ha ha ha. Oh yeah, that's general math, but shady. Bertrand. Hello, are you Bertrand? Ah, yes, I am. Are you two toy buyers who caught wind of my business? But it's a shame that I can't sell you any toys yet, because I haven't started mass production. But no worries, the production line is being built as of now. You can register and make a deposit if you're interested. I'll inform you when the toys are ready, and then you can proceed to pay the balance. Oh yeah, that doesn't sound shady at all. Pay for the product before the assembly line is even made. Hold your horses, we're not here to buy your toys. Oh? You aren't toy buyers? So if you've got something to say, tell me quick. Don't waste my time. And be concise. My time is precious. Whoa, what a change of attitude. We're here to help. Well, I'm not here to help after that attitude. You put a request at the Adventurers Guild. Put up a request at the Adventurers Guild, didn't you? Ah, so you're the assistant sent by the Adventurers Guild. Welcome. You could have told me earlier. Yes, I did put up that request. How should I address you two? Sudden change of attitude again. Paimon is, Paimon. And how about you? I'm CL. CL? I think I've heard this name somewhere. Were you once a wanted criminal, too? More than once, actually. Well, I might have heard your name when the Tenryo Commission asked me to answer a few questions. What on earth did you do to get yourself arrested by the Tenryo Commission? It's not a big deal. I just missed something when I made the last batch of toys. It really was a small mistake. Not a big deal. A small mistake? Those toys would explode if you triggered something inside them, that's all. I'm having second thoughts about helping this man make toys. Seriously. It's no biggie, no one got hurt. But the Doshin from the Tenryo Commission still confiscated my toys without a second thought. The way I see it, those toys could still be sold as lovely-looking bombs. Even if they could be sold as explosives rather than toys, I think you would actually need a permit to sell explosives. And it's not like a toy maker can easily get a permit to craft explosives, let alone sell them. So even if he was allowed to sell them, he would still get in trouble for crafting them without a permit, even if it was an accidental crafting of explosives. When I first arrived, I borrowed some Mora from the International Trade Association to start my business. Who'd have thought I would end up being confined in Rito, not allowed to enter other areas of Inazuma? You obviously had this coming. Hang on. Since you owe the International Trade Association money, how do you plan to pay us? You can rest assured I haven't spent all my money, and I can clear my debt once I'm able to produce toys again and get them sold. Then, I can give you the rich rewards as promised. Is this really gonna work? Have some confidence in Inazuma's toy market. My toys were very popular before people realized that they could explode. And you know what? They actually got even more popular after that. Again, I am really having doubts about helping this man make toys. Anyways, if my plan still fails me in, I'll pay off my debt by giving all the toys to Kurisu. Please, lend me a hand. What do you want us to help you with? Well, all my toys are produced by this machine that I built. It is called one of a kind, never failing, engineer grade, second generation furnace powered machine. Speaking of my one of a kind, never failing, engineer grade, second generation furnace powered machine. What a tongue twister. Yeah, let Paimon think about it. Let's call it the Great Machine. Wait a sec. This name is too short. It doesn't sound impressive at all. Sometimes the shorter it is, the easier it is to remember. The Great Machine. Paimon thinks that it rolls off the tongue very well. Okay, I've indeed been told that I have a bad taste in names. I'll take your word for it just this once. Paimon's taste in names isn't exactly any better. Hey. Anyway, my Great Machine can automatically analyze the materials added into it, and then choose the most appropriate method to assemble them. But last time I added some strange mechanics that caused the toys to explode. So this time I reflected on the mistake and rebuilt the machine. Theoretically speaking, it should be fine. Now, this right here, saying he rebuilt the machine. If the Tenryou Commission is confiscated the exploding toys, they should also have them on a watch list and also under surveillance. So, why did they let him build this machine again, fully knowing what it could potentially do? Theoretically speaking. That's why I need people to test it. And all the collection process involves 3 steps: source material collection, elemental charge, and core activation. We need to collect things like ores, fruits, and flowers as the base materials. Next, we infuse the materials with elemental energy to allow the process to move forward. And finally, we power the materials with the energy drawn from the cores of the elemental life forms. Today, let's try the first step: source material collection. Hello, Pyra. Welcome to the stream. Here, take this material collector. Remember to directly put anything you collect into the collector, lest it be contaminated by other elements. Leave it to me. Thanks. Let me adjust the device one last time. I'm counting on you to collect the materials. Alrighty, the material collector. Equip the material collector and carry out the collection of required materials. When you have collected the required amount of materials, the material collector's progress will increase. After the progress reaches 100%, you will enter the next process. Alright, collect 3 ores in the wild. This item will self-destruct July 11th at 4 in the morning. That's funny. Alrighty.
I think it's time.
Just gonna get some more. Where are you? There you are. Oh, it got away. Oh well.
Time to go.
Anyway, I came over here for this.
Ever seen one of these?
Windstrike.
Torn to oblivion!
Next is flowers. Simple enough. Oh, right. We did a few 10 pulls when we first started the stream. And we managed to get C4, Kuki Shinobu. We started out C1 at the beginning. Then got a Chongyun and... oh wait, no. We got Kuki Shinobu and Rust. Then we got Kuki Shinobu, and Chongyun, all in one 10 pull. When you did the event, you were worried that you did it, that when you did it you might not have any of the materials anymore because you collected them? Yeah, and then I got a golden wish, and it turned out to be Jean. So I now have C5 Jean.
Time to go.
Which is exactly what I was hoping for. Alright. Well, I wasn't hoping for Jean, I was hoping for Kushing, but it works either way. Because now I'm guaranteed a Kazuha once the banner comes and I get my next 5-star. Alright, Sunsettia. See, Sunsettia for a barrel and Inazuma. Six fruits. And there just happens to be 2 lavender melon trees here. Alright. Now I'm going to leave these carrots alone because I'm not sure if we need vegetables later on. Yeah, and I just did her trial, and she's actually pretty good. So I might actually try to build her with my Mountain of Mora and Talent books. How's it going? Have you collected any materials? They're all in the collector. Alright then, let me add the materials to my one-of-a-kind, never-failing... it's the Great Machine. Fine. Let me add the materials to the Great Machine. Bertrand connects the collector to the Great Machine. Wow, what's next? Will the machine go chug, 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 and then spill out toys with a crackle and boom, kaboom? Ah, that is totally impossible. What are you thinking? That's only the first step of the 3 processes. We're far from getting things done. Paimon gets it. So, we need to complete all the processes, huh? Yep. We need all 3 processes in order to produce toys. So troublesome. Look at you always wanting a quick fix. It takes patience to make toys. We must infuse every process with what? Oh, Paimon gets it. It's toys we're making after all, so we must infuse every process with real passion. Yep, my passion for Mora. Although that's not what Paimon was thinking. Paimon does share the sentiment. Really. Paimon was just trying to make conversation. Then, Bertrand, what do we do next? Should we move on to the following process? No worries, since I recently adjusted the machine, and this particular process hasn't been tested yet. I need to check if it works well with the materials. This requires some time. Please come back later. Alright. Oh. I was expecting that I would have to turn the clock, but we can go right into it. Bertrand. Ah, Ciel and Paimon. Splendiferous timing. My one and only great machine has finished processing the materials you collected. And how did that go? Well, come now. This is a machine that I created. Of course there were no issues at all. My techniques were, after all, forged in the fires of Fontaine. The fires of the Water Nation. An oxymoron. And of course, none know the operation and workings of such devices better than we, the people of Fontaine. I blame the previous, explosive nature of the product on rushed preparation and a lack of helping hands to help hoover up the necessary materials. Things will be different this time. So you say. If it still explodes, well, then my final deposit and the rest of my life will go up in smoke too. So even if you don't believe in me, you can have faith in my resolution to put my life on the line for this. Again, I really don't think I should be helping this man make toys. You know, Paimon never thought that this toy-making thingamajig was supposed to require us that much resolve. Well, regardless, we need to begin on the next step of our work. For safety's sake, let me just ask you this first. Of the three processes, the one we have completed is source material collection. Now then, is the next step core collection or charge collection? Charge collection. Well, it would seem so, but in truth the answer isn't charge collection, but rather elemental charge. Didn't expect me to give you two wrong options, eh? I really don't like this guy. I mean, it doesn't match my disdain for Takashi, but it's getting there. This guy's laughter is pretty annoying. Well, all in all, this elemental charge is essentially performed by being affected by the elements while carrying the material collector. For example, I could stand in a river while carrying the collector to collect hydro. If I wanted to collect electro, you need to be struck by lightning? Well, you know, you are adventurers. I believe you'll have an adventurer's constitution. So it's our constitution you believe in. To be honest, coming into contact with elemental life forms is probably your best bet. During my previous travels in Inazuma, I marked out 3 different locations frequented by elemental beings. I'd actually wanted to sneak over there by boat and make contact with those creatures myself, if no help came. Way too risky. Now that you're here, why don't you go and try your luck in those places? Yes, indeed. I believe I shall leave this to you. Go near the marked location and have pyro applied to you for 15 seconds. Unfortunately, I can't just go anywhere. Otherwise, I would have done this easily.
Shine down! Illusion shattered!
Alright.
Got something for ya. Inazuma shines eternal!
I can kill them now. Next up is Hydro.
Ever seen one of these? This is a new one.
Fallen leaves. Adorn money.
There is no escape. Torn to oblivion.
Shine no longer.
Alright. Alright.
Wind strike. Stay focused. This is the end.
Well, that wasn't pretty. Stand by.
Illusion shattered. Inazuma shines eternal.
Alright. On to the next location. Come on. Ah. Good enough. Oh, there's Sunsetia here, too. I gotta remember that for next time.
There is no escape. The hunt is on.
All right. So is this only supposed to be a 3-part quest? Or is it supposed to be a bit longer? How are things going with the material collector? Operations are smooth, I trust. Quite so. The collector, too, is my pride and joy. Whether it be the collection of source materials, as we did before, or the storage of elemental energies, as it presently does, it can do them all. To tell the truth, I have been having some thoughts about changing the material collector's name. Paimon thinks it's fine the way it is. Same here. Really? I thought it might be understanding the device's capabilities a little. Understating the device's capabilities a little, honestly. Well, whatever the case. Pass me the material collector. Just as before, the trial production run will require some observation, especially with regard to the use of elemental energy. We'll most likely be able to proceed only after the elemental reactions within the great machine stabilize. Well, I'll be counting on you once that happens. Hold. And move on. Phew. Wow, that was close. So close, yes. Very close indeed. Bertrand, you alright? You're sweating all over. You look like you might collapse at any moment. I look like I might collapse, eh? Nay, I have already done so, yes indeed. Did the elemental reactions fail? Almost. Almost. But thanks to some emergency adjustments performed triple quick time by yours truly, the process stabilized. The elements are beginning to slowly fuse with the source materials as we speak. Indeed, that was a really close shave. If I hadn't been able to control the elemental energy, I'd probably be competing with the Naganohara family's fireworks for the highest recorded altitude right now. I thought you said it wouldn't explode. I said the toys wouldn't explode. I never guaranteed that the machine that makes them would be similarly stable. Why are we helping this guy again? But honestly, it's thanks to your help in this experiment that we've gotten this far. If I had tried doing this in one go from the start, I don't think there'd be anything left of the great machine. Never mind there being any toys. Alright then. This is the final step, also known as core activation. Paimon remembers you mentioning this had to do with elemental creatures, right? Precisely. Elemental life forms are constantly being powered by the elements. Collecting this motive force and adding it to our machine is the final step. If I can make the toys, then I can keep making them. Then I can pay off my debt, earn a good sum, and live out my days in Inazuma in peace. Eh? No going back to Fontaine? Fontaine. Ah, Fontaine. CL, Paimon, you have never been to Fontaine, I suppose. If you had, you would know. For some people, it is a most convenient place to live, but for others, it is not but a place of grief and disappointment. The energy system there is very special, and no one knows how long it can be sustained. Thus, we must find an alternative energy solution before it all comes crashing down. And yet, change is even harder than we imagined. The result of all this being that I must now research alternative energy, alone and away from Fontaine. The Great Machine, too, is a product of that research, which is why it remains somewhat unstable and at risk of exploding if not handled with the utmost care. But someday I will find a good energy solution, and then I shall return to Fontaine. Bertrand. Well, let's not talk about such things now. On to our final process. My standard of living in Inazuma before I can return to Fontaine depends on you, CL. Alright. Collect 3 portions of core propulsion by defeating 3 slimes. You know, in these streams, I mostly hunt hilichurls, basically. Hilichurls and any treasure hoarder that dares to get in my way. But when it comes to slimes, I basically just insta-kill them. So they don't even register in my mind. So I have no idea where to go for slimes. It's been so long since I have actively hunted them. Okay, here. I can go to Luhua Pool. I'm pretty sure I can. Oh right, we do it for the Primogems.
Time to go.
We deal with this explosive making nut for the Primogems. Wait, is that it? Collect 4 portions of core propulsion by defeating 2 specters. And we're going back to Inazuma. Specters. Ah!
Follow check.
Yes, I could use the handbook. Wait. Oh, right, I can use the handbook. I'll be honest with you, once
Wherever in this world I
they added the feature to edit your quick function wheel, I immediately got rid of the handbook because it was absolutely useless to me since I cleared everything off it. So now I put my party on. I put the party option in place of that. Ah!
Got something for ya. This is a new one.
As one with wind and cloud.
Torn to oblivion.
Collect 4 portions of... Hang on. For some reason it was deactivated again. Collect 4 portions of core propulsion by defeating 1 hypostasis. Alright, it's been a while. Alright, I think I'm gonna hunt the Geo Hypostasis this time. Pyro Hype one-shot. This is more of a refresher course for me, seeing as how I have neglected Hypostasis combat. Oh. Pyro Hypo one-shot. Alright.
Time to go.
The wind knows me.
Motion to compel.
Oh right, I forgot to mention, we are no longer on a Hilitrol pacifist route. So it's business as usual now.
Time to go.
Every Hilitrol dies. Here we go.
This is order.
Illusion shattered. Motion to compel.
Solidify.
Clouds high. The birds.
Boom! Breath of the flame. There is no escape.
Order guide you. Solidify.
Oh, wow. That is actually the fastest I have ever taken down Geo Hypostasis. Alright. In any case, that's all our processes completed. How about this, Ciel? Would you like to be the one to place the material collector upon the machine? I have no idea what's going to be made. Oh, the expectation. Wait, you don't know what sort of toy will come out? Why? That's the fun of the great machine. It responds to and processes different materials differently. What you've brought shall determine what gets made. Now then, give it a go. Crafted 1 times. Material collection. Source material collection. Elemental charge. Core activation. What the? Redemption voucher 10. Used to redeem traveling horned owl. What? I'm confused. Is this really a toy made by a machine from Fontaine? This doesn't fit with my image of Fontaine. But you see, making goods only in Fontaine's image is no way of guaranteeing mercantile success. To tell the truth, this production process does include my various gleanings from studying local popular culture. After all, you must win the people's hearts to earn your welcome. Will this stuff really be popular, though? Now, I'm sure there might be some early misunderstandings, but so long as we persevere and continue to improve our work, I'm sure they will someday be moved. Whatever the case may be, we have completed the first production cycle. How did you find it? Fascinating, no? It's decent. It got me back into hunting slimes and fighting the hypostases. Hehe, alright. I see. So this is what we can produce using these material ratios. Well, in that case, I shall keep this in storage. And also, this voucher is for you. As for this voucher, you could use it to redeem a robot with the same design as this one for free. If you like this model, then you need only redeem it using this voucher. Well, once we have established a stable production flow, of course. This is our first robotic toy, after all. So there are still some examinations to be done. We can't be producing exploding gadgets all the time, now can we? And now, let's read the record of issues caused during the test run. seems that we must make some adjustments to improve our efficiency. Huh. You're actually pretty serious about all this, aren't you? Of course I am. As a person living alone in a faraway land, this machine and my creativity are all that sustain me. I mean, the Doshin who arrested me previously called these bizarre tricks. Ha! Well, I'll teach him to look down on these tricks. In any case, I must make some preparations, some adjustments first, that I'll be able to begin to mass produce these toys shortly. Do come and lend me your aid when the time comes as well. Alright, Sia? Alright. Oh, there's more. A toy making we shall go. Mass production. Alright, so there's quest creation, product archive, challenge rewards, and freestyle creations. Okay, so there's actually a little bit more to this quest, which explains why there's still 8 days left on the timer. Let's see what else we got. Ah, Ciel and Paimon, you've arrived. My toy factory shall soon be open. Toy factory? Well, I mean, it's just me and my great machine at the moment. So, I streamlined the machine's processes. Now, production should take a lot less time. Of course, we're not talking about instantaneous levels of speed, but I would at least rate it at rapid. Wow, sounds impressive. Speaking of which, I made some improvements to the material collector as well. Previously, you need to come back here after each process. I thought that was inefficient, so I made some adjustments, and now it updates the current process based on your collection progress. So it changes the process based on what we've collected? I'm confused. How should I put this? Let's say the first process requires 10 Sunsetia. Blasphemy! Taking my Sunsetia and putting it into that strange machine. But I digress. The second needs Hydro, and the third, will see you defeating 2 Hydro Slimes. And let's say you've now collected 10 Sunsetia with the material collector equipped. Well, in which case, it will consider the materials for the first process collected in full. And then it will... and then it'll automatically start the process of collecting materials for the next stage. Bingo! It will enter elemental charge mode, which will let you collect hydro energy. And once it finishes collecting hydro, it will change processes again. And it will go to the third process, core activation. Yep, and all you'll have to do once that happens is defeat 2 Hydro Slimes. It does sound a lot more convenient. Tell me about it. I pulled an all-nighter to improve it, you know. I personally call it the ultimate foolproof 3-in-1. Huh. This material collector is truly amazing. Indeed. Heh. Why would you give this material collector to us, though? I'm temporarily grounded in Rita, so I can't collect materials at the moment. Come on, help me out here. You can have a bit of the Mora from selling toys, and one of the toys for free. Remember the ticket you got? Well, it can get you 1 free redemption. Well, as long as you've already created that particular toy model, of course. Excuse me, you mean all the materials we collected and all the effort we put in, we only deserve a bit of Mora and 1 toy? That's preposterous. Let's get out of here, CL. Wait, how about a bigger share of the profits and 2, maybe 3 toys? Okay, that's it. Let's go, Paimon. 4. You can have 4. But come on, that's as far as I can go. Ah, you could have them all, really. If only I wasn't in debt. Sadly, I still owe the International Trade Association a sum of mora. Alright, I'll let you off easy this time. Listen, we chose to help because you needed help, not for the mora or toys. Your aid is most appreciated. A relief, finally. Alright, and that is the end of the quest. And out of all that, we got 180 Primogems. Just 180. So, and with the star glitter we have enough for 4 wishes. What do you think? Should we risk it? Should we try to use those 4 wishes for 1 more Koki Shinobu for the night?
This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
P? Yes, okay. So we got 4 wishes. Let's see how lucky we are tonight. 3, 2, 1. And it's blue. A black tassel. Time for wish number 2. 3, 2, 1. And it's blue. What do we got? The Ferris Shadow. Also known as the Iron Shadow. Alrighty, we got 2 more wishes. Cross your fingers, everyone. 3, 2, 1. And there it is! Purple. Come on, come on, come on. Nope. Favonius Warbow. Looks like we are out of luck after so many good things happened today. Don't be sad. We went from having a C1 Shinobu to a C4 like it was nothing. And then we got C5 Gene. I call this a win. So, let us see what we can get out of 1 more wish. 160 Primogems. 3, 2, 1. Dry. Zwei. Ein. And it's blue. And we got a slingshot. Despite being a 3-star, this is the highest end slingshot I have ever seen. And that's it. We are tapped out. And that will be the end of today's impromptu stream. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by. for the Almighty Arataki Great and Glorious Drumalong Festival Canorus Celebration. It's been a wild week, but we managed to finish every single song with more than 40 hours to spare. Thank you everyone who came to watch this stream and those who come to watch the playback later. And I hope to see you next time for some more Genshin Impact content. Thanks again and have a good night.